Southern Park.
Channel Tunnel people have appeared in court charged with causing a riot at an acid house party in Surrey at the weekend. In all, 51 people were arrested and 16 police injured as officers struggled to control the event. The police called on reinforcements from 3 counties as an estimated 10,000 people poured onto the site at Sidlow Bridge near Reigate. The Home Secretary has asked for a full report on the incident from Surrey's Chief Constable. And there are demands tonight for much tighter legal controls on similar events.
From the outset, the evening was shrouded in secrecy. We were sent to various addresses across London before the organisers revealed the exact location of the party. But before most had even arrived, the police had already discovered the party's site. At around 11 o'clock, there was a heated exchange between the police and the organisers, with the police insisting the party should not go ahead because of a possible breach of the peace.
You have caused more of a breach of the peace on this road than anybody has.
If we hadn't been here to stop you, we would have had the problem.
Despite persistent police appeals for the party to be broken up, more and more partygoers streamed in, some from as far afield as Portsmouth, others from Wales. Around midnight, a dispute between the driver of a car and a private security guard outside the field brought the police in. As they tried to make an arrest, the trouble flared.
Get the guys through.
Running battles involving police, private security guards and partygoers continued along what had been a quiet country road. A number of police officers and partygoers were hurt. Some were later taken to hospital with cuts and bruises, but all were discharged.
Help me!
At one point, a police transit van was almost overturned. Police decided to pull back and regroup, some changing into riot gear. They eventually marched along the road to try and defuse the violence. Fearing further confrontation with overwhelming numbers, the senior police officer at the scene then decided to pull his officers out altogether and let the party go ahead.
Go and have your party in the field.
He later justified his action.
I have now got more people in the field than I have outside, and I can't do anything about it.
We don't want violence. We don't want any of this. We just want to enjoy ourselves, and why can't they let us?
Eventually, the party did get started, with estimates of around 10,000 people there. But there was none of the violence that had marred the earlier part of the evening. Local residents, though, spoke of their anger that the party had taken place in their area.
What they leave behind them and what they cause on the way to it and on the way from it, you know, it's just not on.
Despite those objections, the party went on for some hours into Sunday without further trouble. The police eventually made a total of more than 50 arrests for a variety of charges, including drugs and public order offences.
The acid house party craze originated on the west coast of America. It first took London by storm last year, but the venues soon moved to the home counties, increasing in popularity. The weekend parties can attract anything up to 15,000 young people. They've also attracted sensational media coverage, much of which the organisers say is hype. But the police are worried about such events' association with drug taking and the severe disturbance to the peace they can cause.
I personally have a great fear that one day something is going to happen at one of these parties where we can't get police, we can't get fire or ambulance in quick enough to save life and protect the people that are there.
In the first 6 months of this year, the police managed to prevent 75 parties from taking place, but many more are still carrying on. The organisers say they're being victimised, and their parties are well-organised, large, peaceful gatherings of young people. David Lambert helped arrange this weekend's party in Reigate. Speaking before the event, he blamed the media for giving them adverse publicity.
They actually exaggerate all sorts of things, from the prices of the ticket or whatever, the membership, through to drug taking, etc. Then you have other sections of the press which actually cover our shows in a favourable manner. So at the end of the day, we would like to have a meeting with the police. I'd like it open. I mean, what I think it is that they are trying to influence the parents of the people going to the event that it's not something they should do.
The National Council for Civil Liberties has also taken up the acid house party cause. It says the police have no right to stop young people from meeting peacefully.
We recognise the local residents' desires to have a peaceful night's sleep and the nuisance and the noise that does arise from these parties in some circumstances. What we say is that there is a mechanism through law, through nuisance, through the powers that the police have to stop those sort of abuses. But the police must limit themselves to those powers and not go beyond it.
These parties that we're talking about, the acid house phenomena, don't start until after midnight. The music, the sound is absolutely fantastic. And we've had complaints from as far as 10 miles away from the locus to say that the children can't get to sleep because of the music.
The acid house craze shows no immediate signs of dying. Both the police and the organisers will no doubt be evaluating their strategy for future parties in the light of what happened this weekend.
The MP for
10,000 partygoers attended the event at Sidlow Bridge near Reigate. At one stage, police were forced to retreat until reinforcements arrived. 16 officers were injured and 51 people were arrested. The Home Secretary, Douglas Hurd, has called for a full report. The High Court has been told how West London Council ran up debts of more than